Hello and thank you, John, for joining us. I'm Thomas Kamulato with the latest story of the day. The Speaker of House of Federation, Kyria Ibrahim, disclosed that in order to overcome the problems that the country has been facing, obeying the constitution of the country is mandatory. The House of Federation had organized a consultative meeting for western regions of the country. Olka Wandum explains.
The House of Federation has organized a consultative meeting of West Ethiopia regions consisting Oromia, Amhara, Benishangul Gumuz and Gambela regions in Finfinne city. Speaker of the House of Federation, Kyria Ibrahim, on her opening remarks said this kind of meeting will help the peoples of the country so as to tighten their cooperation in all ways.
This kind of meeting will help us in many ways. We will celebrate the Day of Nations, Nationalities and Peoples in near future. So it will help us to show our solidarity with our neighboring nations and the people of the country. We will also expand this kind of meeting in all parts of the country in order to strengthen our ever-bonded relationship of our people.
Kyria further stated that the Constitution is the guarantee of all nations, nationalities and peoples of the country to live and work everywhere they want in the country.
Our Constitution is our mediator and solution for our problems and disagreements. So we all should stand together in ensuring the supremacy of law for the continuous development of the nation more than ever.
On the event, different research papers have been presented for the participants. Some researchers all been talked to said solving the points of disagreements and problems will help the nation in ensuring peace and stability in every corner of the country.
If we need a sustainable peace and stability across the country, first of all, we all have to agree upon our problems and differences so as to work for the solution of it together. In this regard, the government, activists, political parties, the community and all stakeholders of peace should play their part, because the issue of peace is our common matter for we all. Especially the public should actively participate on this and protect their area from any conflict.
Participants of the meeting have also voted to play their fair share in sustainability of peace and stability in their area. This also noted that as religion institutions should preach love and unity among their followers. On the event, Speaker of the 4 regions, religious leaders, university students, government officials and other stakeholders have taken part.
Vice President of the Oromia Regional State, Shimallis Abdiisa, underscored that to combat the acts of troublemakers, strengthening the unity has paramount importance. The Ethiopian Islamic Affairs Council has organized a peace conference in Finfinne city where the remark came out. Abdiisa Faz, more on that.
A peace conference which has been initiated and hosted by Hararghe Zone's Ulama members held under the theme "Let us keep and embrace ever-achieved victory through peace and unity." President of Oromia Islamic Affairs Council Sheikh Haji Ibrahim Tufa said that preaching peace is one of Islamic religion thoughts.
Back and forth, our objective is always having peace and to be peace too, and our aim is bringing this to the reality.
Vice President of the Oromia Regional State Shimallis Abdiisa on his part noted that to stop the ongoing disputes and casualties in different places, unity is very vital, adding that the people should be a watchdog for their peace and security.
Keeping our unity with nation and nationalities by being supportive to one another and maintaining peace are the fundamental matters. Those who conspire to ignite and wage conflict among our people and other nations and nationalities should refrain from their acts.
The Vice President added that a lot have been done to wage a civil war by coining a false religious conflict, and this act should be stopped with joint brotherhood of Islams and Christians.
Places where mosques had been destroyed or burned down to ashes, Christians, please help them to construct anyone. Similarly, places where churches got burned down, dear our Muslim brothers, help them out to construct in return.
Federal Ulama member Dr. Jailan Galata presented a paper on the occasion.
Whether a person is Muslim or Christian, he or she deserves a respect. This is depicted in Holy Quran and Hadith. We've learned it from Holy Quran that we should respect people whatsoever religion they follow.
On the event, Priest Balay Makonnen also presented a paper about Christianity and its perspective.
A person shouldn't live alone, even animals, because no one is island. When we know this, it is easy for us to entertain our religion. Our country, Ethiopia, is an example where different religion followers live in unison.
Scholars urged the people of the country to give priority for discussion to solve problems happen in the country. Let us trace out the story.
Scholars blame the disputes occurred in some universities of the country. According to them, lack of general discussion was the major cause of the problem. The scholars urged people of the country to take lesson from other countries that face the same problems which forced their citizens to flee their country.
Rwandans had turned their face towards discussion after losing hundreds of thousands of their citizens. The loss of their citizens had never brought solution for their problems. Why not we learn from this country? Why do we not discuss to solve our problems? Most of the time, the questions that cause conflicts are simple, but politically motivated organs use this question to disintegrate the country, exacerbating it. So I recommend that we should discuss to solve our problems.
They also urged the public to keep peace and stability.
The trend of using youth for political agenda is becoming problematic. The key solution for this problem is that the society needs to abstain itself from such move.
An Ethiopian delegation led by Minister of Peace Muferiat Kamil took part in the Second World Tolerance Summit WTS held in Dubai in United Arab Emirates UAE, organized under the patronage of Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai. The summit was held in Dubai on November 13 to 14, 2019. In the panel discussion held at the event, Muferiat briefed the participants on Ethiopia's peace-building efforts at home and in the region. She further said the government of Ethiopia, in close collaboration with stakeholders and community members, is working to promote tolerance and peace across the nation. On the sideline of the summit, the Muferiat also held talk with Sheikh Nayan bin Mubarak Al Nayan, United Arab Emirates Minister of Tolerance. The Ethiopian civil society organization CSO Observer for Sidama referendum is receiving training on the standard of referendum in the city of Hawassa. Group leader of the CSO Observers for Sidama referendum, Blaine Astrat, said some 150 observers are participate on the two-day training who have shown interest to observe the referendum. She added that they are drawn from all regions of the country, including Finifine and Dreddawa cities administrations. The training, which started today, focused on referendum requirements and standards need to be fulfilled in relation to the Constitution, electoral and new political parties proclamation, as well as international laws. According to Blaine, the observers will be deployed to selected polling stations as a stationed and mobile observer. The deployment will be made based on gender party and their organization. It was learned. Thank you so much for joining us. That's all for now, and I will be back with our weekly program, Pick of the Week. Stay tuned.